Studying one subject is already challenging, but when you have 5, 6, or even more subjects to juggle, it can feel impossible. You sit down to study math, but halfway through, you remember there's a history exam tomorrow. Then you panic because you haven't even touched your science notes. Sound familiar? This is the reality for most students when dealing with multiple subjects. However, studying many subjects doesn't have to be overwhelming. In fact, with the right strategies, you can excel in all of them. How? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. We'll cover why most students struggle with multiple subjects, science-backed methods to balance them effectively, real-life examples, and practical tips you can start using today. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear game plan to crush your studies without burning out. Let's get started. Why does studying many subjects feel so hard? Reason 1. Your brain isn't built for chaos. Our brains love structure and focus. But when you switch between math, English, history, and science, your brain struggles to keep up. It's like trying to watch several Netflix shows at once. You don't really enjoy any of them, and you end up feeling confused. This is called task switching in psychology, and it's highly inefficient. Studies show that task switching can reduce productivity by up to 40%. So if you're jumping from one subject to the next without a plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. Reason 2. You're using ineffective study methods. Let's be honest, most of us were never taught how to study properly. Instead, we cram the night before exams, try to memorize without understanding, or spend hours rereading notes thinking we're being productive. But according to a 2013 study, these are some of the least effective ways to study. Reason 3. You're overwhelmed by time pressure. When you've got multiple assignments, exams, and deadlines, it's easy to feel like there's not enough time. And when you're overwhelmed, your brain goes into survival mode. Instead of focusing, you procrastinate or waste time on things that don't matter. Sound familiar? Don't worry, I've been there too. But let's now talk about how to fix all of this. Solutions to study multiple subjects and still ace them all. 1. Use time blocking to organize your day. One of the biggest mistakes students make is studying their subjects randomly, without a plan. Instead, use time blocking. Assign specific blocks of time to each subject and treat your study schedule like an important meeting you can't miss. For example, if you have 3 hours to study tonight, here's how you can time block. 30 minutes for science. 30 minutes for history. 10-minute break. 30 minutes for physics. 40 minutes for math. 40 minutes for English. Why does this work? Because your brain knows exactly what to focus on and for how long. Plus, the variety keeps things interesting. 2. Prioritize based on urgency and importance. Not all subjects are created equal. Some need more attention than others. Use the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize subjects with upcoming exams or deadlines. Subjects you're already strong in can take a back seat for now. For example, if your history exam is tomorrow and your math test is next week, focus most of your energy on history today. Once that's done, shift your focus to math. 3. Rotate subjects to keep your brain fresh. Studying one subject for hours can lead to burnout. Instead, use the interleaving technique. Study related but different subjects back to back. For example, after 30 minutes of math, switch to English. Mixing up subjects during practice improves long-term retention compared to studying one subject for an extended period. 4. Use active recall and spaced repetition. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this. Active recall and spaced repetition are the ultimate study hacks. Active recall means testing yourself on the material instead of just rereading it. Use flashcards, practice questions, or even teach the material to someone else. Spaced repetition means reviewing each subject at intervals over time. For example, study math today, review it briefly tomorrow, then again in 3 days, and so on. Use apps like Anki or Quizlet to automate spaced repetition. 5. Create study rituals to build momentum. Studying many subjects requires discipline, so make it easier by creating rituals. Start each study session with the same routine: clear your desk, set a timer, and review your goals. End each session by noting down what you'll focus on next time. I know a student who lights a specific candle every time she studies. It sounds simple, but it works. Her brain associates the candle with focus mode. Find your own ritual. Mindset hacks for studying multiple subjects. Stop chasing perfection, aim for progress. Here's a tough truth: trying to be perfect at everything is the quickest way to burn out. You're not a robot, and you don't need to master every subject overnight. Instead, focus on progress, not perfection. For example, if you're struggling with math, instead of trying to solve every problem in the textbook, aim to improve just 1% each day. Solve one more problem than you did yesterday. Over time, those tiny improvements add up to massive results. Build a strong why for each subject. If you don't know why you're studying something, it's going to feel pointless. So, connect each subject to your bigger goals or personal interests. For example, for science, think about how it explains the world around you. For history, see it as a way to understand human behavior and decision-making. For math, think about how it can help you solve real-world problems like budgeting or building things. When you link each subject to a personal goal, you'll naturally feel more motivated to study. Treat studying like a workout for your brain. Think about it. When you go to the gym, you don't complain about lifting weights because you know it's building strength. Studying works the same way. It's how you build mental discipline and grow your ability to think critically. Instead of saying, "I have to study," say, "I get to study." You're building skills that will help you in the future. You're training your brain to handle challenges. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.